All right, guys, it is Monday night and we are back on the curve. Yes, yes. It's your girl Shanda Deneen, and I am joined by my lovely co-host. How y'all doing?
We are good.
Tell us who you are so the people know.
Phenomenal. Hey, I'm Missy. You can catch me at what's my new place? Oh, Instagram at Saving Superwoman. Y'all see my cape is dragging tonight. So you can catch me at Saving Superwoman on Instagram.
Oh, I am Tony G. Campbell, and you can follow me at TonyGCampbell.com. Listen to my podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and my YouTube channel.
And Stitcher.
Oh.
Are you on Stitcher?
No, what is Stitcher? You're going to have to learn me about that, girl.
I got you, girl.
Also, join me on Friday mornings at 10 a.m. on The Curve Live for Fantastic Fridays.
Fantastic Fridays. And it is, of course, your girl, Shanda Deneen. You can catch me on all the social medias, on Facebook, on my own website, shandadeneen.com, where I encourage you to subscribe for updates on what's going on with The Curve, what's going on with my current Miss Plus America reign, what's going on with life in general. I give tips and tricks and all kinds of wonderful things related to being a woman, and I would love for you to subscribe to my website. Also, make sure you like, share, and subscribe this particular broadcast, and make sure you go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel for updates and for all kinds of fun things that we put on the YouTube channel. So, are y'all ready to get into it for today?
We are ready.
Yes.
All right, people, it is time for Word on the Street. All right, y'all. So listen, I got some interesting stuff for us to talk about today. Y'all know, do y'all know I can't do a black girl lip pop? I cannot do a black girl. I cannot do a black girl lip pop like I can't do that. I cannot do that. But I really need
the
it.
other side of those pearls. Really
I clutched my pearls.
Yeah,
yes. That comes with my DMX love.
Hey!
I forgot about that. I forgot. Okay.
That part.
No judgment. No judgment. Did you see him at Coachella? The Sunday service.
No. Okay, now I got to go look that up on YouTube.
Look it up.
I'm going to look that up.
I missed that.
Okay, so Kanye West, you all know he has that Sunday service.
Yeah, we talked about it before, yeah.
So DMX, they did Sunday service yesterday. He
was
a part of that Sunday service.
I will be watching that one.
Very interesting. I kind of turned the channel a little bit.
Oh.
But it was interesting. You would like it.
Yes.
I saw Kanye West selling church clothes. Did y'all see that in this site?
Socks or
and
something?
they look like tie-dye.
Yeah, they
church
do.
Clothes.
Yeah, they do.
It looked like a tie-dye
yeah, they
sweatsuit.
do.
That he said Jesus saves. And see, here's the thing. I don't really know how I feel about this.
Okay.
Like, I like what he's doing with music. Because
yes.
I know that music brings us all together. And he's using different genres of music and some of the choruses to kind of get the movement of love going and the love for God. And he did How Excellent. Did you all see that?
I missed this.
Oh, I love that song.
They did Total Praise last week. Oh, go to my page. I reposted it. They did Total Praise. They do wonderful songs. Mm-hmm. However, then I saw where you, and I get it's a business, Kanye, but I still feel a certain kind of way. Because I need Kanye, I'm with Jamel Hill. I need you to go and read a book. Like, I need you to read some books about the culture.
Something. Because you have tapped out of the culture. You have removed yourself and isolated yourself, and you are now a Kardashian. And because you're a Kardashian, you have no real connection to your people. You have no connection. So I need you to go read a book, talk to some professors.
But it was good.
Something.
It was good. Let me say this. To look at how many people were impacted in the audience, like, it was amazing. And I understood that 420 was the day before. Mm-hmm. However, people were really like worshiping, like hands up, just all different colors and creeds. It looked amazing. It did.
Because I was about to say, like, we don't know what God has said to him, in his personal. But I don't know. He may have just told him, go and do this music thing. Kanye may have taken it out of context or whatever, but we don't know. God uses everybody to do something. Facts. And if people were being led to Christ, because of the music or because of his Sunday service thing, I'm all for it.
I
I just
think,
need it to be God led.
I think Kanye is a musical genius.
Yeah.
I think that he, in his gifts,
When he's operating,
when
in
he's
these
operating
gifts.
in his gifts, he is phenomenal.
When he operates in Kanye,
When he is operating in
he's a
Kim's
pain in the
gifts,
butt.
yeah, when he's operating in Kim's gifts, he is ineffective
narcissistic.
and narcissistic. Don't operate in your wife's gifts. That's not your lane, sir.
I was about to say, why are we blaming her? We don't know what
It's her fault.
effect that she has on him.
It's her fault.
It's
As
the
a matter of fact,
Kardashian-
it's
Kardashian-
her
No,
fault.
I'm not gonna let
It's
y'all
her
blame
fault.
her.
Kardashian.
That's
Kurve.
it.
Y'all
Whose
not
fault
gonna blame
is?
the wives,
It's,
okay?
it's not the wife, it's her mama. It's
She
Kris
was
Jenner.
all over.
She is pimping everybody in
Then
that
say
family.
Chris, don't say Kim, because
Look,
we don't know. Kim just want to be
but
a
Kim-
wife and a mama,
Kim
and
just
she
like
just
that.
want to
and a
live
fake
her life.
lawyer.
And
She
You still
wants
feel
to
a way
be
about
a
that.
real
I
lawyer.
did, and I tagged y'all on some
Yeah.
stuff because there's some people that really went through law school that were on the same. We're not gonna go there this week. Let's
My
just
friend's a lawyer, but-
let's just go to Coachella and look. It's Phil with the keys, and then it's Kanye's Sunday service on
Okay.
Instagram, and you can
Okay.
watch them. They're phenomenal. Okay, ladies.
love it. Okay, so yes, we're all off topic, and
Yeah.
that's okay. So we are not talking about Kanye today. We are actually talking about something that I have experienced earlier this week. So there's a bride.
Oh.
There is a bride who has been calling out. She did an article in, I think it was Style magazine. And on today.com. She did an article. She is calling out clothing companies and retail establishments for doing what she calls the fat tax. Have y'all experienced the fat tax?
I've been talking about this forever. I mean,
You
there's
feel
the
away?
yes.
Okay.
Because I'm like, if you want to say that this shirt costs more because of extra material, because it's a 2X or 3X or 4X, then guess what? Then the extra small and the small should not pay the same as a large.
That's actually a really good point. I didn't
That's
think
what I'm
about
saying.
that.
I'm like, if you talking about it's extra material once you get past that extra small to the medium to the large. You putting in extra material all the way down. So why are you adding on more money?
You know?
Because if I was an
You
extra small,
might be-
I would be pissed off that I'm paying the same as a person in a large if this is how it's supposed to be.
Now that is a good point. So let me explain the fat tax. So what this woman was saying is, she in essence lost weight because lost a whole ton of weight prior to her wedding day because she was saying that when she was trying on dresses as a plus size bride, that she was being the same dress that was running like $600 was running like $1,200 and above, based on the fact that there was additional material or additional sizes. Like the higher in the size that you go, the more that the dresses were costing. So she in essence did this weight loss journey in kind of in rebellion and kind of like she was kind of
I ain't paying that.
it was kind of like, okay, I'm doing this. And she talked about her journey in the story. She talked about feeling healthy, but more importantly, she talked about, I don't think it's fair that there is this extra money that's charged. So the reason I asked that, because all the women at this here table are both plus size, but also entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So if you are a business, and I was thinking about this from the business sense, if you are a business and it's not, so you have a t-shirt company.
Yes.
I have a t-shirt company as well. So the charges that we're being charged
From our vendors.
are like, once you go up past a certain size, there's an additional amount of money that's being charged for the t-shirt, and that of course we pass that right along to the consumer. Do we not?
Exactly, we do.
So because of that, that's something that so here the question is, though,
We giving out the fat tax too, Shannon.
we are giving out the fat tax,
We giving out the fat tax, and we paying for the fat tax.
and we're
Yes,
paying for
and
the
we
fat
paying
tax.
for the fat
I'm
tax.
not gonna say a name, but there is someone that we have talked about, and I love this person's
Say the name.
dresses. because I need to order a dress for her this week. And she goes up to, what is it, 5X, 6X?
I think so, yeah.
Beautiful gowns.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful dresses.
Gorgeous.
Amazing. However, I got a little offended because the large and the extra large, it's like a $20, $25 difference.
Exactly.
And my thing is, from a 14 to a 16, it's not that much more material.
It's not that much more. No,
It is.
It's not. It's not that
And
much
so
more material.
I was really
and it's
conflicted.
equally not that much labor.
No. Like, y'all, you done
It's
went
like
over
2 inches.
Yeah.
And so now
We
I'm
said at the
sitting
same
here,
time.
with 2 inches. So now I'm sitting at my computer thinking about, can I do this JJ smoothie in 10 days? So I have to pay this extra $20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know if well, let me say this. I know exactly how I feel about it. I feel like we should all stop doing it. So, like, I know that as a entrepreneur, no, I'm just saying you're right.
I mean, come on, lady.
But I'm saying from the entrepreneurial side, I agree with you, Tony. Like, I didn't think about it from that perspective, but if a large is the medium sizing that what we're gonna charge, if it's an extra small, it's less labor and less material.
Yes.
We should charge less, and if
Less.
it's more, if that's the scale you're gonna
But
use,
y'all gonna open up another can of worms.
equity.
Because people are gonna feel like they're being shamed over their size. I mean, come on.
We
y'all.
feel-
But we
Two
feel that. Do
X's
we not feel the
being
same way?
shamed.
Like my wallet is being shamed.
Exactly.
these coins
Well, okay, let's
are
talk
shaming
about
me.
this.
Okay.
I do get it from. Let's talk about bridal gowns. Bridal gowns run small anyway. I can remember when I got married years ago, over a decade ago. I wore a 10, but they had to order a 14, 16 for me. Just because they're European cut.
These are
And
facts.
so I was paying plus size dollars, and I was 8-10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're gonna run slim anyway, just because the dresses are coming from. And I think, what I have, a Demetrio gown.
Okay.
However, I just get stuck at this whole. You want me to pay a whole extra $20
Yes,
for 2 inches?
for
like,
2 inches.
You ought to understand. And now that I'm on this journey, I'm feeling some kind of way because I
Yeah.
done paid the extra $20. But I'm sitting here like, now, do I go and have this dress taken in?
Yeah.
Or do I leave it out?
And that's
Because-
even more money. Now you
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah,
go
you
get
pay
some of the
more.
material taken out
Yep.
that you
Yep,
done
yep.
paid to have put in.
Yeah.
I definitely felt that way. I remember shopping for my gown, and before, like, I didn't take anybody with me the first time I went to Davis Bridal.
They
I
have you
went.
feeling low self when you shop for
Listen.
bridal gowns. 'Cause them numbers, they almost have you in triple digits.
Dude, when I
When
tell
you
you,
try-
and here's the thing,
Yeah.
it was uncomfortable. All that stuff they show you on TV, that was not my
That's
experience.
not what they do to you.
That was not my experience. I didn't have no wine. They didn't
No.
give me no cheese and crackers. I didn't get none of that. They put me in this hot room, so not only was
I
I
had to find
frustrated,
my own gown.
had
And
to
did they
find my-
tell you this dress only comes in this size, this size,
that
and
part,
this size?
that
What?
part, that part.
Well, who said that I wasn't that size? Your sizes are wrong.
Yeah.
Because I was in there offended. Like, pull that dress up that I wore in here.
Yeah, I was offended, crying. Like, it got to the point where I was just like, I don't have to do this. I can wear a cute white suit. I got plenty of those at the house. Like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to. Matter of fact, I don't even have to have this wedding. This wedding don't have nothing.
I didn't want a wedding
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, like that
I
dress shopping
didn't.
was
I was
horrible.
an
That dress
anti-bride.
will make you real
Me
low
too.
self.
It was.
And then, but
it
what
was.
helped
It
for
would.
me is taking my bridesmaids, because some of them were in there fussing and cussing too. So I didn't feel like I was by myself.
Yeah, that's facts. That's
You know what I
facts.
mean?
Because I'll say, like I said, I went alone the first time. That was a bad decision. The second time, it was a horrible decision. Oh, it was awful. Because I was hot and I was crying and I was already emotional. I'm sure I might have been, because it was.
Why did you go by yourself?
Because it was right across the street from my job at the time, and I felt like I'm gonna run over
Okay,
here.
independent woman. You was independently feeling hurt.
I was independently feeling away, and
sir.
I called my mama from the room, and I was like, I don't even want to do this, and she was like, oh Lord Jesus. So the very next weekend, we came back, and my mom thank God she kind of took control of the situation and was telling the people what they needed to pull and how they needed to.
It will be a man down situation, and they were gonna buy, because the dresses are European cut.
Yeah,
it almost like doubles your size.
Absolutely.
And so you start feeling it's already a moment.
Yes, a moment.
Yeah. But I take that into consideration. Someone asked me to be in their wedding, and I was like. Nah,
yeah. Well, listen, we were talking about
bridesmaids' dresses are a little different than the actual
No, they're not.
gown.
Because
first
of all,
really?
These
I was about to say
these little things right here. Like,
what did you call them?
They hello. You wave. They just wave too. I'm not getting ready to get it. There's no way. If you're not gonna let me wear a shawl right now, I got a couple more boxing lessons to go. Like everybody else. You can be okay, and I'm not knocking anybody that's okay with it. But right now, I'm all for covered arms. Even in the summertime, I got on 3/4.
Yeah, well, I'm not covering no arms up. I'm gonna tell you, but I will do this. So my cousin is getting married, right? And I am. So we were all sitting around the table. She has this whole party, and she's asking everybody, "Oh, you want to be a bridesmaid? Oh, I'm so excited!" She gives us these gifts, and there's boxes, and it's gorgeous and beautiful, and we're all excited. And then we all sit around, and we're talking about the costs of being in her wedding, because she's not getting married in Atlanta. She's getting married in Birmingham, Alabama.
No.
What's in Birmingham?
That's where her
no
fiance, right?
No judgment.
That's where her fiance
I'm not
is
judging.
from.
I'm just like, I don't.
That's where her fiance
I don't know
is
nothing
from.
about Birmingham.
So we going to Birmingham, but that also adds a hotel cost, and that adds
Travel.
food costs and travel costs and all that stuff. So we were sitting around talking about,
and it's gonna be hot.
And it's gonna be no. She's getting married in October, so it's not.
Still warm. It's warm here in October.
But I'm praying that
is
Jesus
it a morning wedding or evening wedding? Because ours was in the evening. Ours was like 8:00 at night.
That's a good point. I don't know, but I'm saying we were sitting around talking about the cost of like what it takes to be involved in that kind of situation, and we were. I mean, like some of my cousins were looking away, like, oh,
it's not worth it.
It's worth it because it's her, but it is.
For all you getting ready, let's talk about this. Let's go ahead and put it on out there.
Yeah.
For all you have to go through, I'm just saying for me, why I denied the opportunity. And I'm saying denied because I hope she didn't feel rejected. I had to reject myself because I'm not getting ready to put myself through basically hell week to prep for this wedding. You know what I mean? Because first of all, that is an experience. Like, I think I was traumatized when I got my wedding dress. Yeah. And I just don't feel like I already know I'm a thicker. And then on top of it, now you're going to have me go through something. You're going to have me pick out this dress. And their dresses were chiffon. So it's chiffon. So basically, I'm going to be looking like cotton candy. Standing up there. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it to myself.
You're not looking like cotton candy.
And then I hate when people say, but you're so pretty. That don't have nothing to do with this body. Like, I'm good. Like, I know what I look good in. Give me a nice A-line dress.
A nice A-line dress.
Because I believe in, and this is just me. Because I'm a curvy girl. Like, some of them curves...
We want to accentuate some of these curves.
You don't want that chalupa in the front.
That fupa.
The fupa from all them chalupas come out in the front. And so I just, I've been wearing a girdle since I was 9. So to wear that thing all year, then I got to stand up in the hot sun looking like baby cotton candy. It's not worth it.
That's not your.
You gotta weigh the cost.
Yeah.
For me, it just,
I
didn't have that experience when I found my wedding dress. Well,
I'm talking about as a bridesmaid.
Yeah, and I've been a bridesmaid.
You can pick your dress.
Yeah, I've been a bridesmaid in a lot of weddings.
When I see the dresses, I tell them the
just
answer.
one was one of my friends.
That's fair because I will say I have been in some weddings where I love the dress and the dress is beautiful or was beautiful. I have been in some dresses in some weddings that have had questionable
like you're not gonna
situations.
have.
See, I let my bridesmaids pick out their own dress.
See, and they try to do that. And see, here's the thing, because this is where it goes wrong.
Oh,
because you're gonna have somebody that really is gonna go too far. they're going to go too far in picking them dresses out. I have seen people try to go down the size smaller. They have to bust the seams out on the sides. You know, you have people that want to go and get the water wrap, get all wrapped up because they can't get into their dress, or, you know, I'm not really into that. Just let me witness it. Let me witness it. Like, I'll help you get in your dress. I'll come to all the activities. But at this point in time in my life, and you get caught up when you get to a certain size, you gotta pay extra.
Yeah,
I'm not
That's
built for
true.
that right now.
So I was checking social media. Lindsay, hey Lindsay Robinson, how are you? She says my husband brought up a really good point. Children's clothes cost just as much as regular size clothes for adults, with less fabric being used. Where is the line?
I don't
Where
know.
is the line?
You right about that, girl. Because I buy them baby clothes too.
Listen.
And I'm gonna tell you what makes me I'm gonna go ahead and go off about this, because this has nothing to do with width. This is length.
Listen.
My kid, I don't know if she like what, Jack and the Beanstalk at night. I'm like, I just bought you them jeans.
My daughter too. I was like, did you grow 2 inches in your sleep?
Yeah, Kid Wonderful's getting there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I do. I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm righteous and ratchet.
This is fair.
We wear boots. She started growing
Absolutely.
out of them. Now it's rain boot season.
Listen.
I'll put the rain boots on top. And she'll say, but Mom, they're capris. No, they're not. Put the rain boots on.
Put the rain boots on.
Nobody
And
knows.
we're good.
Yeah.
We did the same thing. I bought Kid Wonderful some Timberlands. They come up. They hit the ankle. They hit right at the ankle. So that baby can get some extended use.
I just make Sydney wear Caden's clothes, because I buy him the slim longs because he's tall.
Yeah.
And he's slim. She's thick, but she's getting taller. So I make her wear his clothes. I'm like, baby, they look like girls' jeans. Just put them on.
Keep them pushing.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Work it out.
From clothes that don't fit to boyfriends that don't fit. We are so Melissa.
This is more. I was about to say this is more than boyfriends don't fit. I am so angry.
Okay, so let me introduce it to the people. Yes.
Ooh.
So let me tell the people
Mama
what we're talking about. People, listen. Here's the thing. I don't know if y'all heard, but there's an ex-NFL player who is being charged at this point in time because he exercised his girlfriend's 5-year-old daughter,
cute little girl,
to death. Like, he exercised her to the point where she died because he said that the baby was too chunky.
And he set his big behind on her chest.
No, Mama did that. Mama sat on her chest.
Sat on her chest and her stomach. He made her he made this 5-year-old child. She was doing sprints. She was doing wall sits.
It was ridiculous.
It was a bit much. However, so the question for the table, though, because I have some thoughts.
We'll talk about it.
I have some thoughts.
Oh, I got some rules.
Are we being too hard on our kids, or are the children of this generation just soft?
Okay, so that's a different topic.
No, that is not a different
conversation.
Listen,
because we're talking about child abuse versus discipline.
That child was 5 years old.
The child was 5, and that's fair.
That baby had baby fat on her.
That's accurate.
Well, the article said that the mother got upset because he spanked her, and she didn't want him spanking her. So they chose to go with
the exercise route.
First of all, he's not your husband. That's not the daddy.
Let's start there.
Let's go there. Why was she even at home? I'm old school. Why was she even at home with him?
Exactly.
By herself. While you was at the grocery store?
But I can understand. So this is a judgment-free zone, and I can understand.
I love you, but I wouldn't leave Milan with Jerome.
Fair. Agreed. I don't disagree with that being a Southern black woman, but I do know.
It ain't a Southern black woman. I'm a Northern black woman, and I'm not leaving my baby with anybody.
But I feel like that is. So first of all, the girlfriend is not black.
She's not.
She's not black. So in different cultures, there's a different way to look at that. And leaving your child with a responsible adult is not necessarily a bad thing, especially if these two people are in a loving, committed relationship and are considering, moving to the next step and all that
my
stuff.
thought.
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying
No,
that's
I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but here's the thing. From my heart to everybody's, mommy is mommy. You know what I
absolutely,
mean? And
absolutely.
why this wasn't the first time that this was done, and they talked about how this was a method of discipline. Now let me say this, because the discussion I've been talking about bullying with my friends, with my 3 girlfriends. I have a girlfriend in Dubai and 2 of the other girlfriends here. We've been talking about our kids being bullying. And one of the things that I was explaining to them, and yes, we do have the impact of social media. We do. But there are some things that I had to teach my daughter, because I'm an unorthodox parent, that she needs to do around other children. And I'm saying this because I think that with all of this bullying and everyone as a culture, we're offended by everything. Like nobody
Absolutely.
has tough skin anymore.
Absolutely.
However, I think that I have had, instead of spanking, because I don't think that's the only measure of discipline that we can take. There have been some things that I have asked my daughter to do, because when she was a little girl. When she was a little girl. However, it didn't cause her to have a heart attack. She was dehydrated, whatever that may have been. But this is absolutely ridiculous.
I think this is an extreme. I clearly think he took this too
Yeah.
far. However, I will say this. I use exercise to discipline my son. So I
What you
get
have him
where
over there doing?
horse stance.
What's a horse stance?
Horse stance is when it's like it's almost like a wall sit, but you don't get to sit on the wall. Like you have to. It's like it's a pose that they learned in Hapkido that he has to hold the
He has
pose.
to find his center.
Yeah, he has to find his center and hold the pose and be quiet. That's the thing. For my son, being quiet is the discipline. Be quiet. Shut your mouth now. So I do have him doing horse stance. I don't think that is. I mean, the boy ain't running wind sprints or nothing, but I feel like I definitely see and understand where he was coming from, where he was like, if I can't spank her, then we're going to tire her out. We're going to use exercise
That's not
as a
tiring.
method.
No, what you could do if you want to tire her out, you let her go outside and play for a little while at the park or
You can't
something.
send the child to play after they did something wrong that they feel like that's a treat.
Well, then teach them how to meditate or something like that. Meditation is good.
With my child, that at one point in time, I used to have this dictionary that she used to hold. She would hold the dictionary. And she would hold the dictionary for 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. And then there were times where I didn't really have her. Like, she had a chair and she had to be still. Like, that stillness of being quiet. But I think that it went too far. Like, I think that we have to, and this is just me, my personal opinion, when we love ourselves, then we can love our children properly.
Agreed.
And I believe that this whole and just speaking from being a single parent, I feel like there are times where people go too far to fit in, to make it feel like family. Like, he didn't have any boundaries with her. He didn't have healthy boundaries. Like, there's no way at 5 years old, first of all, she had internal bruising.
She did.
Like,
Yeah.
I get
Her
what
liver
you're
was
saying.
split.
Yeah,
That's
I get
too much.
what you're saying about having them, because when we were pledging, we used to have to hold the ball, do the wall squats, do duck sit, that type of thing. And those things will have your abs so tight. However, at 5, it's a little inappropriate.
That's too much.
At 5 years old. Like, I hear what you're saying about getting centered. That's one thing. But to run somebody, like, I can remember being at training one day, and I went and got some water. Because my body, your body gives you signals. And I went and got body, and he was like, oh, you're not supposed to break until I tell you to. 200 jumping jacks. All right, well, let me finish drinking my water. And after I finish drinking this water, because you got to know your own body. You hear about all these kids that die from dehydration. Like, they just fall out. Football fields. You had the boy that was a part of a fraternity down at Georgia Tech that collapsed. Like, I think it was just too far.
Yeah.
And I was about to say what is not a cultural thing, because black, white, they all do it. I need us as women to stop being desperate to have a man that we let anybody in our home and around our children.
I get that.
Because
I agree
feel
with
like
that.
he was a little crazy. And this is not the only situation where a boyfriend has killed someone's baby. Like I read
D.L. Hewley, that's what happened to him.
Well, and then it was this other person who he drop kicked a 1-year-old into a closet, and that baby.
So here's the thing.
Because they're leaving them alone with these children, and it's just like, oh, well, I love him, so he loves my kids. No, those are not his kids, so he's not gonna love them the same.
So I think that those situations are fair. Drop kicking a child is different than. So I think we're looking at this from a perspective of he intentionally. That child that drop kicked the man that drop kicked that child was intentionally trying to cause that child harm.
If you're sitting on that baby's chest,
but the mama sat on the chest. The boyfriend, hold on. The mama sat on the chest. She was wrong for one.
Way wrong.
What I'm saying is, we're looking at it from a perspective like, because the child died, his intention was to hurt that child. His intention may not have been that. We could be dealing with a man who, on all other accounts and by all other accounts, could be a good dude. Like, he could be a good dude who made a bad decision. It was
a very bad decision,
but
because we're talking about a professional athlete.
But as a professional athlete, his experience is, when discipline needs to occur as a professional athlete, that is how it's done.
But here, this is the fine line, and this is what I tell people all the time with professional athletes. They're not coaches.
Absolutely.
They don't have the training to work with children. I see it happen all the time. We get caught up of, oh, they play for the New York Giants, oh, they play for San Diego, whoever.
Fair.
Chicago Bears. They had someone train them. Just because they played in a professional arena does not mean that they're good at working with children.
I agree with that.
And that's the thing about it. And I'm not going to say what his intent was, because I don't know. But what I will say is, I think that those were extreme measures, because I've seen people, even when working with boys, like, when you're training professionally and when you're trying to get in shape and conditioning, they're two different things.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes they can go too far left. I don't think that they intend to do it, but this is what they know, so this is what they do.
Yep.
And then, was it discipline, or was it because she was chubby? It's like you're getting two different stories.
Well, he said both. Like, he said she was chubby and she needed discipline at that time.
I ain't gonna say nothing, because we don't have no bleep machine. I tell you what. Straighten up if you buck. When I got home from the store, everybody.
But again, the mom participated. That's my problem.
She was part of the problem.
Part of the problem. Here's the problem. His mama and her mama. I'm going to go back to your mama. I'm going to talk about your mama, because someone writing in that training. Let me tell you something. Roberta has made it very clear. Now, I had this child. She has told me, if anything happens to her, it better happen to you. It better happen to you. When we go to Stone Mountain and walk, my mother was like, you just going to let her walk up the mountain? Yeah. I tell you what, if she fall over, you jump. Because I'm not gonna have that.
I've received that same
Something,
and I was like,
right.
I'm certain that I have a whole child that came out of my body, and that the Lord gave me this child. But this is Molly Ann's. That's Molly Ann's baby. That child doesn't belong to me.
What I need to happen is, when you go through a divorce and you have children, that you have to go to these parenting classes.
Yeah.
I want, when a person comes in and says, I'm pregnant, I want that doctor to say, here's a parenting class you need to go to, because apparently people
we're
not
more reactive as a culture.
Here's the thing. I've said this more than once, and I will say it on camera today here. I believe that if you need a permit to drive a car, you need a permit to have a baby.
Exactly.
You just need a permit. No, friend, you need a permit. You need a permit.
We gotta have some instructions.
You
gotta, when you live in a state that is not pro sexual education and health, then you're gonna have people that's out here and all this funky stuff.
Permits.
And
however,
licenses.
I do
parenting
agree.
for
if we
dummies.
Go back to the question. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. And again, let me say this the right way. Our children tend to be a little bit more tender than we were. Like, I think about the stuff that happened to me. Like, I was telling my daughter, like, this whole bullying and
we didn't experience that.
I told my daughter, I said, let me tell you something. I fought every day after 3rd and 4th grade, every day after school, somebody was waiting on me.
Yeah.
Somebody was waiting on it. And it was beyond my control. My father was a politician. He was part of the mayor's cabinet, so every year they put their salaries in the paper. I didn't know how much my dad made. I didn't. And so when the kids were saying, and I went to an urban school in the inner city of Flint, so when the kids were coming to school talking about I was rich, I couldn't tell. Because every time I asked for something, somebody told me no.
That's it. That part.
I'm like, what are they talking about? And every day it was like, give me your money. I ain't have any money. And then, I'm trying to get out of school. Y'all waiting at the back door for me. And back in the day, they used to do that. Baddest one hit my hand. So while they were standing there, while they was hitting hands, I would just take off and run. Sometimes I was fast enough. Sometimes I wasn't. My mama said, I'm going to tell you something. You got to get one. If you get one, you just wear that person out and won't nobody else mess with you. And my parents didn't think to call the police. They went and talked to the principal. They talked to the teacher, but it was nothing those teachers could do. Like, they would walk me down to the front, and my dad was like, she's going to have to face life.
Yeah.
And so I had to get back there and
knuckle
it buck one time.
That's how I feel about that. Is how I feel about you.
I didn't have to do it. But now these kids are just so fragile and like they don't know how to use words, and y'all got joned on.
Yes.
Singing whatever you
Somebody might talk about your mama. It happens.
Talk about
Listen.
you. I done talked about a couple of mamas.
I've talked about my fair share of mamas. I've done it.
Experienced that life, people.
I done talked about your mama.
I've talked about a fair share of mamas.
I done talked about how dumb you are, because I might be fat, but I ain't stupid.
Yeah, that part. Listen,
you can't change slow.
You can't adjust for slow.
And I'll go back a couple generations, because I saw your grandmama at Myers, and she was slow, and you was slow with her.
Wow. Okay.
But I never.
It's the sass tongue. Yeah. Like there are some of us in life that have been blessed with what I like to call the sass tongue, and that what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna sit around and talk about me, because I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
But bullying now, our children cannot even can't take criticism from each other, and they can't even take constructive criticism
and they struggle to take criticism from you, the parent. Yeah. I know that I can only talk about my child. My child, bless his heart, who is we working on him, but his whole he has a very sweet spirit. He really does. He has a very loving, compassionate little soul, and he just be like, "Mommy." Like, I'll be like, I'll say something to him, and it might be a little, tough on the baby. And he would be like, Mommy, that hurt my feelings so bad. Are you going to apologize? No, I'm not going to apologize to you, little boy.
I will tell mine in a minute. Let me tell you something. It's good for your feelings to be hurt. You got to learn how to adjust.
You got to learn how to adjust.
She just told me, your life, your walk with Christ isn't right.
Oh! So, first of all, I love that
I was about to say, how did you handle that, Mama?
I told her I don't care about my walk with Christ right now. You need to obey what I said.
Yeah, how about your walk with Christ?
Before you meet him.
In person.
Now keep it up. You're going to meet your maker faster than you planned on.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, okay. So.
But it comes back to what our children are built for.
Absolutely.
And
agreed.
All of this sit down and talk, our parents didn't do all that sit down and talk.
They did not.
Their bosses aren't going to do a bunch of sit down and talk.
We're not going to sit down and talk a lot.
So we have to build them so that when they get it, they'll know how to be open enough to receive it.
I agree with that.
See, I don't think I'm gonna have an issue, especially with Caden, because his brother said something about your mama. She the one who made you. He said, "Nah, Jesus Christ made me." And
hey!
I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about Caden.
Come on, Jesus Christ.
Caden got a word for you every single time. Sydney just gonna punch you, but Caden, I'm not worried.
Well.
The
sass mouth is strong with that one. She gonna be all right.
You all don't want to know about this whole unorthodox parenting I have up here, because I said pull them to the corner, pull them to the corner, and this is what I need you to say. She said that is not like Christ. Just make sure don't nobody hear. I said it don't even have to match. Just say them and get it all together. Yes, I did. Yeah. So let your kid come on and run up on mine. They gonna come back with an earful.
I'm glad Milan is raising Melissa.
Listen, my kid kid won't be the one talking about I'm being bullied. She will tell you I'm not gonna be bullied.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm not worried about my baby because Sydney will punch and Kaden will
Pop
That's
off.
what I'm
He
saying.
gonna
Like,
educate
So,
you a
wait,
little
wait.
bit. He gonna educate
Like
you.
I told her because she really wants to box. She knows that I box, but I told her you need to be able to use your words before you use your hands. Because if you can get out of it with your words, then you're good. So I need you to be quick on your feet.
Well, I will tell you someone who's been very good about using her words, and her name is Gail King.
Yes,
And today's A Toast to You, people, is brought to you by our good auntie Gail King, who is on the cover of Time magazine. She is being lauded as a 2019's most influential person because of the way that she has, not only for the recent interviews that she has done with Robert, but also because she is a fantastic journalist, and she has been doing a fantastic job of we all kind of know her as Oprah's friend per se, but she is a woman in her own right who has done amazing things. And former editor of O Magazine. She's done a lot in the world of journalism, and I'm just excited that she is getting her just due at this point in time.
We're so proud of you.
Another toast to you goes to, and I want to make sure that I say her name right, Jackie Sybil's Drury. Jackie Sybil's Drury is a creative black girl who wrote a play called Fairview, and Fairview has been showing off Broadway, and Jackie just won a Pulitzer Prize.
Yes,
shout out to Jackie for the Pulitzer Prize. You go, girl. We are so proud of you and proud that you are among the black women who are sprinkling their black girl magic all over the United States of America and beyond. So shout out to you for your amazingness and your wonderfulness.
That's it.
That's gonna wrap our show, y'all. We are
Aretha.
Oh, you know what? You right, friend. I almost missed that. Another Pulitzer Prize winner is posthumously. Aretha Franklin won a Pulitzer Prize for all of the work that she has done in the industry in the music industry. So, and all of the joy that she brought us for years. So we are very excited, and we
shout out to Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit, and congratulations posthumously, Auntie Aretha. We are so excited for you.
Yes.
All right, so that then is going to wrap our show. We are super excited. Please make sure you like, share, and like the page and share the broadcast out tonight so that folks can catch the replay. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to that. We are going to next month we have some new, fun, exciting things in store for you guys. So make sure that you are on the lookout. The website is coming along wonderfully and should be up very, very soon. Make sure you go to each of our individual social medias and follow us. Make sure you listen to Tony's podcast.
Yes.
Make sure you listen to my podcast. Make sure you are going to Melissa's site, Saving Superwoman, and on Instagram, and make sure that you are liking that Instagram account as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
We love you guys. Love, light, and everything in between. And make sure you keep living life on the curve. We'll see you next week.
The marathon.